and welcome to a special Saturday morning edition of Beerfield Fantasy Shots. I am your host at Hop BFF, Christopher Hopper. We are here to go over the news of the last 24 hours. It is Saturday, 10/21, 2017. Let's get into the news. Marshawn Lynch has been suspended one game for personal conduct, so ups to Jalen Richard and DeAndre Washington. Lynch ran onto the field to protect Marcus Peters after a late hit on Derek Carr, and he shoved a referee. So not necessarily smart, but in true Marshawn Lynch fashion, he did finish watching the game from the stands, and he rode public transit home, which was apparently news enough for Sports Illustrated. But yes, he will be suspended for a game. The Packers are hoping Aaron Rodgers, who underwent collarbone surgery this week, can return for Week 15. So fantasy players, you may have him for part of your playoffs, but watch the Packers close because the team starts to tank. If they fall out of contention, I highly doubt that they actually will bring him back. And in Zeke news, the NFL is seeking another preliminary injunction hearing before October 30th, so round and round we go again with this. They've also came out and denied a report that they're trying to reach a settlement with Zeke regarding his 6-game suspension, which contradicts an earlier report that was on the table. So the saga continues. Mike Zimmer believes Sam Bradford will play again this season. He's been dealing with wear and tear on his knee, as the team has phrased it. Case Keenum is the current starter. Teddy Bridgewater is back, so be interesting to see how that one plays out. Chuck Pagano is giving T.Y. Hilton some preseason hype just during the regular season, but the end result of that is he does say coaches need to scheme better to get him the ball. So, I mean, come on, Chuck. You control this. Get it done. And then Kelvin Benjamin returned to practice. However, is still questionable. Awkward pause. As for your questionables and doubtfuls this week, Willie Snead, questionable with a hamstring injury. I would expect him to play. Devontae Parker, doubtful with an ankle. He's not going to go. Melvin Gordon, questionable with a shoulder, as is Keenan Allen. I would expect both of them play. Jeremy Maclin is questionable with I don't remember what, but he's expected to go. Mike Wallace, questionable at the back. I don't think he plays. CJ Prosise, questionable. He is going to go, per Pete Carroll. Jordan Matthews, questionable at the thumb. I think he's out another week. Leonard Fournette, questionable with an ankle. He did not practice again on Friday. This is a big one. If you're a Fournette owner, have a backup plan, be it Chris Ivory or whoever else. They've said all week he's going to go. They could be excessively protecting him, but he hasn't even gotten in a limited session. So it's looking worse and worse here. Sterling Shepard, questionable with an ankle injury. He'll play, but I don't know that he'll be 100%. And Andre Ellington is questionable as well. Even if he plays, he's not relevant. As far as your outs, Sam Bradford, Stephon Diggs, Luke Kuechly, Paul Perkins. So Bradford, as mentioned earlier, Case Keenum is going to start. Stephon Diggs, playing the Ravens, it's a tough matchup anyway, but Adam Thielen will slide up and take more reps there with Floyd and Treadwell splitting whatever's left, but it just ups to Thielen. I wouldn't pay attention to the other two. Luke Kuechly, the Panthers, is going to miss this game. That's big for Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen. And then Paul Perkins is also out, so more of a healthy dose of Orleans Darkwa. As far as playing this week, Chris Hogan, Rex Burkhead of the Patriots both cleared. Hogan, expect more of the same. Burkhead, don't expect a lot from. Who the hell knows? It's the Patriots, unless it's James White, stay away. Mike Pouncey is playing. This is big for Jay Ajayi. It's their center, so that interior line is going to be intact. Good news for Ajayi. Rob Kelly, expected to play on Monday night. So Tank Samaje Perine, Kelly's back. Still don't know how great of a matchup it is, especially against that Eagles front, so I wouldn't start him if you can help it, but he will play. Bilal Powell is back. Stay away from the Jets' backfield. That's going to be a mess. Jameis Winston also expected to play. I don't know how much he'll actually throw the ball. Doug Martin should see a healthy workload. I think they're going to try to protect that shoulder. And there were reports from practice that he looked iffy on Thursday. And Patrick Peterson is also expected to play, so not good for Sammy Watkins. That's all we got for the news today. Nick Sparks will be back in about 8 hours with another news drop. So Hopefully I didn't take too much from him. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at HOPPBFF. That is Hot BFF with 2 Ps. You can follow the show on Twitter at BeerfieldFF, on Facebook, Beerfield Fantasy, Instagram, Beerfield Fantasy. You can also follow the other 2 co-hosts individually, Thury BFF and at Nick Sparts. And please check out the Beerfield Fantasy Football Podcast, releasing Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. You can find it on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. That's all I got. There's a DFS video also coming out today, so be sure to check that out. I will catch you guys next time.